Okay, to our faithful viewers, welcome back to this regular meeting of the Philomath City Council. Today is Monday, June 23rd, despite what it says on our agenda, and the time is 7:09 p.m. Bring this meeting to order. We have public hearings on our state revenue sharing, our city budget, then hopefully get out of here. So if we can start with a roll call.
Jessica Andrade. Present. Diane Crocker.
Here.
Spencer Irwin.
Here.
Mike Caseman.
Here.
Teresa Nielsen.
Here.
Christopher McMorrin.
Here. All right. I don't see anyone in the room for public comment. Is there anyone signed up? Okay. Then I will open a public hearing on the proposed uses of state revenue sharing for fiscal year 2025-2026. Mike, would you like to walk us through that?
Sure. Page 1 is the public hearing on state shared revenues, Resolution 2514, which declares the city's election to receive state shared revenues. ORS 22-221-770 requires cities to fashion ordinance or resolution to state that they want to receive a share of state revenues, and the resolution and ordinance must be filed with the shared financial services before July 31st. And prior to tonight, we must have had another hearing, and we did on May 7th. Fiscal notes for this: the city receives four types of state shared: the general shared, liquor tax, and highway tax, and marijuana. The general shared revenues is a different statutory formula, does not take into consideration population. It's a really weird one. You need to read that book that I gave you from LOC, kind of explains it. I do a terrible job trying to explain it. Whereas the other ones are really based on population and then an estimated rate that they're forecasted for next year. So with those five, the general share, we're going to have 57,434. Liquor is going to be 89,740. Cigarette taxes, which continues to go down, is 3,330. Marijuana, 8,466, and highway gas tax, 458. Estimated, so the resolution declared is attached. The options are to approve it as presented, or you can amend it if you feel like. Recommend that we go forward with this, and there's a recommended motion for council. Any questions?
Thank you very much. I guess the question, it's not really a question, but I realized that public hearing was technically proposed uses of state share revenue. Is that just what it says here in general fund? Because I know that's more in the budget than in here.
Yeah, that's more in the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is proposed exception.
This is it.
Acceptance.
You're accepting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions for Mike? Councilor Andrade?
To adopt resolution 2514, a resolution declaring.
Oh, yeah, wait, I have to close the public.
Oh, sorry, darn it.
We're getting real excited tonight. Any questions for Mike? Okay, then I will close the public hearing on the city's election of state shared revenue, and I will accept discussion or a motion. Councilor Andrade.
I move to adopt resolution 2514, a resolution declaring the city's election to receive state shared revenues pursuant to ORS 221-7.770 for the fiscal year 2025-2026.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Sure, I second.
I think I saw Councilor Nielsen's hand go up just a moment faster. So it's been yeah. It's been moved by Councilor Andrade and seconded by Councilor Nielsen to adopt resolution 25-14, declaring the city's election to receive state shared revenues pursuant to ORS 221-770 for fiscal year 2025-2026. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, would all those in favor please raise your hand and say aye?
Aye.
Aye. That passes unanimously. So now we will move ahead to our next lovely public hearing on our 2025-2026 City of Philomath budget. So the public hearing is open. There's sort of two components to this, but they're all the same public hearing. Mike, do you want to walk us through those?
Sure, we're gonna do the taxes first and then do the budget. Do you want to, is that what you're saying, two items?
I'm just looking at the agenda that we have one public hearing for both the taxes. So yeah,
I will go through each one of them. Will we handle each one of them or just, want me to just?
I think if you just explain all of it, then we'll close the public hearing and then.
Sure, thank you. Okay, I'm getting on page 5 as the imposition and categorization of the ad valorem taxes for the 25-26 fiscal year. Resolution 2512 imposes and categorizes the ad valorem taxes for the city of Philomath for fiscal year 2025-2026. Budget committee approved the city budget on June 4th, and they approved that, they approved the ad valorem tax rate of 5.3005 to the council for adoption. These taxes balance the general fund budget. There's a motion attached, and the options are approve the resolution as presented, or you can amend if you feel like it. Now moving to page 7. We're going to be talking to you about Resolution 2513, which adopts the budget, makes appropriations for the 25-26 fiscal year. This was approved, the budget was approved on June 4th by the Budget Committee to Council for adoption. Resolution 2513 provides for budget appropriations of $27,472,186, which are budgeted operating appropriations, and the ending fund balance, which is not appropriated but is still part of the total requirements, of $7,769,306 for total requirements of $35,170,492. If council were to make any changes, an increase is, you can do a decrease, you can do anything you want, you can decrease it to any amount you want. Any increase, you can do up 5,000 or 10%, whichever is greater. But keep in mind, any kind of change you make, we got to have an offset something. So the notes are, this budget continues to fund the city personnel as pretty much is what we're operating now. We've slightly done some reallocations here and there, but there's no really new positions. In the budget, it provides commitment for reinvestment of our city infrastructure. It's something that's council big on. So now we have resolution 2513 as presented, or you can amend it. And so I recommend, oh, is that Chris?
No, I think it's just background noise.
Oh, okay. Is that Chris?
That's my nephew, my grandson.
Okay. I recommend the adoption of both 2513 and 2512 for the budget year of 25.
Is there anyone signed up for that? Okay, no one here in the room. Any questions for Mike about the taxes or the budget? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing on the 2025-2026 City of Philomath budget, and I will entertain discussion or a motion on either of those resolutions. Councilor Crocker.
I move to adopt Resolution 2512, a resolution imposing and categorizing ad valorem taxes for the city of Philomath for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025, and ending June 30th, 2026, at a rate of 5.3005 per $1,000 of assessed valuation.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilor Andrade. It's been moved by Councilor Crocker and seconded. We'll get you on the next one. It's been moved by Councilor Crocker and seconded by Councilor Andrade to adopt Resolution 2512 imposing and categorizing ad valorem taxes for the city of Philomath for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026 at a rate of 5.3005 per $1,000 valuation. Is there any discussion on that motion? Okay, seeing no discussion, would all those in favor please raise your hand and say aye? Aye. That motion is passed, so that resolution is adopted. And then we have an additional resolution. Would anyone, Counselor, please?
I move
Counselor Irwin.
to adopt resolution 2513, a resolution adopting fiscal year 2025-2026 budget as recommended by the Budget Committee for budget appropriations of $27,472,186 and total ending funding balances of $7,698,306 for total requirements of $35,170,492.
Excellent work. I saw Counselor Caseman with the second, I think so. It's been moved by Counselor Irwin and seconded by Counselor Caseman to adopt resolution 2513, adopting the budget. I'm not gonna all the numbers again. Is there any discussion on that motion? I guess I will just say again, thank you to Mike for all the work that went into the budget this year. I know it's always a big lift, but we're glad to have you on board and look forward to seeing how this goes.
It is a heavy lift.
It is.
Back with some good questions, you always do, so I appreciate that.
Well,
Keep us on our toes.
yeah. Well, thank you very much. With that, would all those in favor please raise your hand and say aye?
Aye.
Okay, the budget is adopted unanimously. Well, I actually didn't check Counselor Nielsen's hand. But okay, good. That would have been close. Okay. Before we adjourn, there was one other thing that we realized we should talk about, which is just that the Philomath Frolic and Rodeo is coming up soon. And I wanted to see if there was appetite amongst the council for doing like a council float, or if people are already busy, have plans, are on a different float, are going to be out of town. Because I would love to do something as a team, but if it doesn't work out, no pressure. I know people are busy, but I wanted to ask tonight because this is our last meeting. Probably.
Just a reminder, the Christmas Light Parade, I was the only one.
It was the Diane Carter. Yes, Councilor Nielsen.
May I also mention that it's a volunteer day in helping prepare for the frolic on the Saturday, the 28th.
Oh, yes,
The
thank
volunteer
you.
day for anyone who would like to come and meet at the frolic grounds and help, and that's for the community members as well.
Perfect, thank you. But yeah, I talked with the city manager last week, and if there is interest in doing a council float, I think Public Works can help us deck out one of their trailers and trucks, and we can all hop on there. Councilor Crocker looks like she's not thrilled. But I just wanted to check, do people, it's on July 12th, midday. I don't know what people's.
I'm not here, but I'm not opposed to, be able to do it.
Put a
But
cardboard cutout in.
yeah, you could, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great.
I feel rather busy that week, so I think
Okay.
I'll have to pass.
No
Thank you for
worries.
having
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I will say no.
Okay. Councilor Nielsen, I take it that's probably, it could just be you, me, and maybe Rich. That could be kind of fun.
I have grandkids that weekend. I'm bringing for the frolic. So
Okay. And I think we'll probably plan not to have a council float, but I thought it was worth floating.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I may still do something myself, but I wanted to try to offer to make it a team sport if we could. But I.
See,
Well, I know we should leave. Billy Scott has this I don't know cars for, but it's like this old car that has the horns on the front. I'm trying to, I want to see how I can bribe him to see if I can borrow it. Yeah. Okay, anything else for the good of the order? Yes, Counselor Andrade?
That also this Saturday, June 28th,
Yes.
is Philomath Pride, and everything's free. Everyone's welcome. We have free pizza, free drinks. The Samaritans bringing their mobile medical unit, providing free basic health care. We're having a raffle that Councilor Crocker and PCS have been coordinating on for food drive. Bring in, is it a can?
Yeah, you get a ticket
non-perishable?
for every item you bring in for the food drive, or if you forget items, you can get a ticket for every $1.
Okay, perfect. I missed that part. And we have lovely donations from organizations, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And it's
Oh
also,
yeah, sorry, City Park.
oh yeah,
Noon to 4, and then there's the block party at Dirt Road that we're all gonna hang out
it's
at.
gonna be a happening day in Philomath.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Any other announcements
Is that
or?
volunteer day?
It's the same day.
The 28th.
Yeah.
It just hops from one place to another.
Counselor Nielsen, you said the Frolic Volunteer Day was also the 28th?
Correct. That's what I have on my calendar. It starts in the morning. I think, believe at 9 a.m.
Okay, at the rodeo grounds, I'm assuming?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Whole day of football.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, wear your sunblock. Um, okay, then our next meeting will be on July 14th. So we'll plan to see you all then. So we get a few weeks off here.
Can I mention one more thing?
Yes, please.
Before our next meeting, then the frolic ribbon cutting is on
Yes,
the 8th. I have on my calendar. Is that correct?
yes, it's the 8th at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I have done 7, but that could be
Okay.
wrong. It could be 6.
I have 6, but
Oh, you're right.
it's-
I mean, my phone changes to whatchamacallit time.
right.
Wyoming time.
Okay.
So it is 6.
Yes. Yes. I hope to see you all at the Frolic and Rodeo Grounds, July 8th, 6 p.m. I hear they have some fun pageantry in store for the event, so which seems appropriate. Um, so that'll be a great celebration of one of our big infrastructure projects. So yeah.
That's a big one.
Okay. Last call. Spencer, you got anything? All right. Okay. Then with that, I will adjourn the meeting at 7:27 p.m. and we'll see you all on July 14th.